Hello, loved ones. Matt Stevens here. I hope you are well. I'm doing fantastic. And why? Well, because we are happy, healthy, wealthy, and free, as I usually go on with the mantra on the audio podcast anyway. But I kind of want to start with a quote by Deepak Chopra. Love him or hate him, I don't know. And it goes, create your own reality, or one will be created for you. Now, my relationship with Deepak Chopra is weird, okay? In that I'm he's brilliant, of course, and he's written some amazing work. It just kind of I get a little off with him whenever he gets involved in politics cuz I'm like, well, you're a spiritual leader and you probably shouldn't get involved in politics. But hey, whatever. That's his thing, right? It's just I don't have to participate in it. That's something that's an instance where I'm going to choose to observe but not participate. Now maybe I did just kind of participate by having an opinion on it. I'm sorry. Kind of. Anyway, so loved ones, I talk a lot about reality creation. And in a lot of cases we do create our what we are. But like for example, if you go with the reality transurfing model, that it's a book. Most people know it's a book called Reality Transfer Surfing that was written by a man who is a his name is Vadim Zeland. He's a Russian quantum physicist, and in it he says that there are an infinite number of alternate realities. And so basically, we don't create reality, we choose reality. I know, it's kind of like potato, potato. You say this, I say that, same difference. Whatever. But in it, the part that I do totally agree with is we that the reality that we want is there. All we have to do is to begin vibrating on the level of that. Now, there is a little more to it than that, of course. We have to decrease the importance of things, such as, like I always say, want is kind of a bad word because when we want something, it's us broadcasting to the field that we don't have it. And the field, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is neutral. And it is just a reflective mirror. And it will reflect back to you whatever you project into it. So if we project into the field, I want this particular lifestyle. What's going to be reflected back is, yeah, you do. You do want that. Which means you don't have it. So instead, we have to we have to identify it. And it's been described as having an intention rather than a want. Because it's like I intend to live this lifestyle. That is what my intention is. So I am going to begin to vibrate on that level, and it's mine. And that's all there is to it. Now, where most people have a problem is they say, well, that's all fine and good, except I'm looking around and I don't see it. Well, that's because you live in a 3D physical matrix or world, whatever you want to call it. And just physicality takes a little while to catch up. But once you do put that into the field that this is my experience, then it has become your experience. It does exist in your field. You just haven't caught up to it yet physically. Not unlike the world revolving around the sun. Where the earth is going to be next week in space is there. It exists. But the earth has not caught up with it yet. In 1 week it will be there. Provided it stays on the course that it's on. Same thing goes for you. Once you have established the fact that I'm vibrating on this level now, and That's my reality. That's what I am. That's what I am. That is in your field. Now, yes, because we do live in a physical world, we do have to make physical steps to get there. Just like the world's got to rotate around the sun or whatever. I know there's a lot of people that have very differing opinions on that, and that's fine. In fact, I'm not so sure that the world is. I mean, I'm more of a simulation theorist. So, with regards to like flat Earth and globe and all that, I'm not going to agree with either one of them. I'm going to be like, well, it's not either or, by the way. It doesn't have to be. But anyway, that's getting off the subject. The point is, we have to establish what that is, vibrate on that level, and then begin making the physical steps to get there. Once we get there, then that will be. But we can't place too much importance on it, because if we place too much importance on it, it puts it above us. We cannot let the lifestyle that we want to live be above us. So raise your vibration to that level, to the point where that is your lifestyle. And it's not above you, it just is your lifestyle. And then when you begin moving physically in the direction, taking the steps that need to be taken. And I know that some people will be like, well, there's no way if I'm doing this that's going to happen. Well, the good news is you do have help from the Creator. You are a divine spark of the Creator. You are living an experience so that the Creator can experience all that there is to possibly experience. What that experience is up to each individual divine spark. That would be you. What is going to be the experience? Now, there are going to be some very bad negative experiences that the Creator is going to experience for the sake of having the experience. But that doesn't have to be you that lives that experience. And it's unfortunate that somebody's going to, but we can't save them all, right? It's like we can't save humanity. We can't save the collective. Well, I guess we can, but we can only do it one soul at a time, and that's yours and mine and whoever else. But anyway, getting back to the point, we have to vibrate on that, meaning embody it, become it, meditate on it, understand what it would feel like, what it's going to feel like to have that lifestyle. Once you have that lifestyle, once you embody that feeling, and you begin doing the things that you can do, because, and I understand if it doesn't look like it's like, well, the things I'm doing, I can't create that lifestyle. That's not your problem. Because you are part of the Creator. The Creator, the big dude, the big one, will meet you halfway, whatever. Point is, just begin moving in that direction. You're going to be amazed. But then again, don't be. Because if you're amazed, then that means it was above you. So don't be amazed. But you're going to be... See where I'm at here? Anyway, loved one, that's what I got. Set your intentions, claim that reality, and begin moving in the direction. That's all. It's really that simple. The self-help industry is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. And really, it's not that complicated. Set the intention. Get your vibration to that level. Place less importance on those things, so that way it's not above you. You're on the same level with it. And begin moving physically in that direction. And it'll be. You'll just kind of slide into it. You won't even notice it. You won't even notice that it happened, really. That's why I have mentioned having, and this is something extra, I have mentioned having like look back points. Maybe right on your calendar. 3 months from now, I'm going to look back. I'm going to reflect on where I was at that point. Because you may look back and be like, wow, that thing that I set, that the intention that I set that day, it happened. When did it happen? I don't know. It just did. It became who I am. And that is rather amazing. Anyway, loved ones, that's what I got. Well, actually, I got more than that, but, that's what I'm going with. So, yeah, I think that we need to, well, this is actually good. We need to observe rather than participate. Like, for example, the mob mentality. Because, like, mob mentality or collective, but a mob is usually a smaller group than the collective, obviously. But it's its own little cutout paradigm of it. Have you ever noticed how an angry mob will burn down buildings and, do whatever they're doing? But each individual person in that mob, if you were to be able to pluck them out at random, you may find that that person is nothing like that mob they're participating in. And if you were to ask them, why are you doing that? I mean, of course, they'd give you reasons, yeah. Because they don't want to look stupid and say, well, I was just participating in mob mentality and I don't know. They're not going to do that. Hello. Anyway, but instead of participating in things like that, it's better to just kind of step back and observe it. Allow it to be. But don't allow it to penetrate your paradigm, what you're doing, and how you're living your life. So that's what I got now. Loved ones, I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and free. And so are you. And if you would, please give me a subscribe and a like. And also on Substack, if you have Substack, or if you don't, you can still go to substack.com. I post a lot of blog stuff there, little blurbs and things, nothing that long to read, usually 5 minutes or whatever. Just thoughts that I'm having, things that I'd like to expand on, I suppose. So if you would, please check my Substack. It's also under Matt Stevens. And then my audio podcast, if you're on the go or whatever, is the My Sober Addiction podcast. And if you'd give me a subscribe there or whatever you do. But anyway, loved ones, I love you, and I will be back directly.